Hey, how's it going? In this video, I wanted to talk to you about a few ideas for ethical Christmas gifts. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff down here. So every time Christmas comes around, I find myself feeling a little bit anxious about all of the consumerism that comes around this time of year and the environmental impact that all of that stuff has. And I find myself trying to think of ways that I can tread a little bit more lightly and give gifts, but do it without. So I was on the train to London yesterday for an appointment, and it suddenly dawned on me that I had in fact not started my Christmas shopping. Cue panic. Definite moment of like, oh my god, I have less than 2 weeks. I really need to sort this out. But there's an extra layer on top of that, which is every time Christmas comes around, I want to get gifts for people. I want people to, enjoy opening gifts or receiving whatever it is. Maybe it's not openable. That's a word now. But I want to do it in a more ethical way. I know that Christmas can have a really big environmental impact. So number one, which is always a great option, is a reusable water bottle or coffee cup. A lot of us drink a bunch, water, coffee, all the time. And so it's really handy to have one of these on side so you can just always have a bottle of water or a fresh coffee with you. So number two is foodstuffs. So another great thing you can do is make things for your friends and family. A great example of what you can do is foodstuff. So that might be cookies, that might be homemade granola. I in the past have actually custom blended my own teas for people based on what they like. A lot of effort, super worth it. And for bonus points, of course, avoid plastic packaging. You can put it in a paper bag, you can put it in a nice mason jar with a nice little craft paper tag on there. So number three is a really great one for people who are always on the move. So think about reusable straws or cutlery that they can carry around in their bag, particularly if someone is going out to work every day or going to college. Maybe they're traveling a lot. They could carry these in their bag and they can really, really save on waste. So number four is jewelry. Most women out there really love jewelry, and some men too. So this, I would say, is split into two categories, both of which I've done in the past. One is DIY jewelry. So maybe you can invest in some jewelry making supplies. That might be a whole lot of beads, and then you can create things custom made for each of the people you want to give gifts to. The other one is jewelry from ethical companies. There is a really big impact to mining gold and silver and all of these precious stones. So it's really good to think about which companies you're going for, people who maybe use recycled and ethical practices. And there's even some great ones out there taking out landmines and using those to make really beautiful jewelry. So we're in the process of putting together a blog post about that on wastefree.world, which I will link to below if you want to find out more about some great ethical jewelry options. So number five, which is a really great one, is digital products. So what you can do, you can give people ebooks, you can give people audiobooks or even an audiobook subscription. You might give them an app subscription, something like a meditation app where they can create headspace for themselves all year round. These are really great because most of us have our smartphone or our tablet with us a lot, and it's really useful to have something that you can just use on the go and that doesn't actually create any physical waste. So number six would be items for the zero waste home. If you're trying to go zero waste, you know someone who is, or you just want to reduce consumption a little bit there, reduce use of plastic in your home, what you might want to do is go for something like beeswax wraps or other zero waste kitchen products, maybe some reusable bags so they can go to the supermarket and not use plastic bags. With beeswax wraps particularly, you can find some really cool designs, so they're really fun and you can share those as gifts really easily, get something really tailored to that specific person. Number seven is DIY toiletries and cosmetics. So what I'm going to be doing this year is making some lip balms and some moisturizing creams, but other great ideas are maybe beard oil or hair oil. You can even make your own shampoos, your solid shampoos and conditioners. So those are really great options too. Stay tuned over the next week or two for some more content on DIY lip balms. I'll be making videos about that one as well. Number 8, which is another thing that I absolutely love, is to give someone an experience rather than to give them a thing. So what my brother and I like to do every year is we like to take our grandmother out for a really, really nice meal and just spend a day quality time with her and then go out on some kind of adventure after that. At 99 years old, she has as much stuff as she could possibly need, and she is actively trying to get rid of things. So we're always trying to think of better ways to spend time with her as opposed to spend money on her. Other great things that you can do, we got a lot of these as wedding presents actually, were gift vouchers. We got Airbnb vouchers, and what you can do with those is you can spend them on experiences. So Airbnb has a whole range of experiences, anything that you might be interested in. The great thing about Airbnb experiences is you can do them wherever you are. So even if you're not going away somewhere, you could do, say in Brighton where we are now, you can go and do like a paddleboarding tour or hire a photographer for the day where you are. You can also use them if you go on a trip, say if you go to San Francisco and you want to go on a tour over the Golden Gate Bridge, or maybe you want to take a boat trip from LA. And these are really great things. You can take all sorts of pictures and send those back to whoever got the gift for you, and it's a really, really nice thing to do. So tickets to something are also a really, really great one that you could do under this one. Whether that's tickets to a show, it might be to a gig, or maybe it's a football match or something like that. So number 9, which is also a really great option, is giving to a charity or a cause. You might want to do something like donating to a charity like Oxfam, where they can sponsor a child to go to school, or perhaps it's something like Treedom, where you can plant a tree and that can help a community to earn money and also to combat CO2 emissions. Number 10, which I personally absolutely love, this is a gift that just lives on and on, which is a plant. So slight disclaimer, this one might not be ideal for people who travel as much as we do, but for most people who are actually in their houses most of the time, then plants are a really great option to liven up the space, bring a bit of life. So ultimately, you can really simplify these suggestions down to 3 core principles. The first, if at all possible, buy from a charity shop. I've personally had some really great charity shops near me that sell tons of really great quality books, which has been a beautiful thing to give to friends and family over the years. Wherever possible, do try and avoid shopping at the big businesses. If you can, try not to get things from Amazon. Try and get things from much smaller, homemade type businesses, and you know you're really making an impact to them and their family Christmas. And if at all possible, do try and get things that are handmade or even DIY your own gifts. So that's it for my 10 holiday gift ideas. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these, or if you've got any other suggestions. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.